Noon starts right now.
And this noon, we continue to dig into our top story. The Bexar County District Attorney Joe Gonzalez once again facing criticism.
He's been accused of being soft on crime. Now there are questions about his office's relationship with a criminal reform group out of Austin. During an interview last night at 6, we asked about his office's relationship with a group called the Wren Collective and accusations of bias brought by the San Antonio Police Officers Association and its president, Danny Diaz. The police union has been critical of the district attorney's office over the release of repeat offenders, charges against officers, and a bias against SAPD in 2 recent mistrials. During yesterday's KSAT Q&A, Joe Gonzalez addressed some of those concerns.
There's no bias against San Antonio police officers from what you have been able to find. I don't want to put those words in your mouth.
Absolutely not. Quite the opposite. He mentioned something about due process. That's exactly what this is. It gave him the due process to then come back to fight another day. So a denial of due process would have been my prosecutor sitting on this evidence and failing to disclose it and going forward with trial, which could have potentially ended up in a conviction.
After that interview, SAPOA President Danny Diaz told our Patty Santos that he believes the DA should be removed from office.
Citizens of Bexar County and the city of San Antonio should be very upset that this is even happening. And here again, it goes back to fairness.
And we are also working to learn more about the Wren Collective. So far, we know it is an Austin-based criminal justice reform group whose website promises, quote, strategic advising for social change. We are working to find out how the agency is funded and asking experts if these actions are legal or ethical. And one of the DA's texts specifically asked that emails from the Wren Collective be sent to his personal email rather than his work email. KSAT filed a public records request for those emails. We will continue to update this story throughout the day and have more at 5, 6, and again tonight on the Night Beat at 10.
It appears a local woman who was murdered this week may have been in a desperate state in the days just prior to that. That's based on what neighbors and the woman's own social media posts suggest. As Katrina Weber reports, the suspect in her murder also had some troubling days in his past.
A heavy police presence around the Oak Creek apartments hints that things here are as bad as they can get. They found 51-year-old Sheila Jo Portillo Hanks murdered Monday morning in the 6100 block of Vance Jackson, dead from a gunshot wound in her head. Police say 44-year-old Carlos Portillo shot her.
It's hard to believe.
This neighbor who wanted to hide her identity is still shaken. She says she saw the suspect that morning pacing along the sidewalk just after police arrived.
He had blood on his face. He had something on his face. I didn't know what it was, and on his arm.
When officers asked Portillo whose blood it was, they say he told them it was his wife's. That led them to discover her body. In hindsight, though, it seems there were signs of trouble as early as last week. Portillo Hanks made several Facebook posts last Friday crying out for a friend. Her neighbor says she also heard loud arguments before that final one Monday.
We heard screaming around about 6 o'clock in the morning. And I asked him, what was that noise? Who was that screaming?
Although the crime scene has disappeared, the crime remains on people's minds. It seems in all of this, one family member got left behind. That dog, which neighbors say belonged to the woman who was murdered. They say they've been taking care of it ever since, giving it food, water, and even a blanket to sleep on. We called Animal Care Services to take custody of the dog. Carlos Portillo also is in custody. Records show he has arrests dating back more than a decade, but for nothing as serious as the murder charge he now faces. Katrina Weber, KSAT 12 News.
If you or someone you know is in a dangerous relationship, KSAT 12 has a list of resources on our website. Just click on the QR code on your screen or go to the domestic violence page on our website, ksat.com.
All right, outside with live cam, we are headed to the, low to mid 70s again today. So here's my concern, Justin, that the grass, the plants, and the trees are going to start getting a little confused. Like, as we in spring, should I be blossoming now? What's going on?
It's possible. It's possible. I'd be okay with that, you know. But the thing about that is, David, we can't guarantee we're not going to get another freeze. February.
That's what I'm concerned about.
That's what you're getting to, I think. Yeah. February has brought us freezes in the past. We can see freezes all the way into March. So, yeah, there may be a little bit of confusion there. But I'll tell you, over the next 7 days, there is no signs of freezing weather. In fact, it is gorgeous. Let's go back outside for you and look at some weather headlines here. We've got some serious clouds working through the sky, but we'll get more clouds by tomorrow and Friday with some fog Friday morning that could affect the commute. Here's the biggest story, though. Rain and storms likely Friday night. So if you have Friday evening plans or Friday night plans, you want to pay close attention to this. We could get some rain. It'll be scattered, but the odds are pretty good that we'll at least get something here in San Antonio. And then it turns windy this weekend, so it clears out pretty quickly on Saturday. But some very gusty winds Saturday afternoon, but more so on Sunday. So those are the headlines here over the next couple days. And those rain chances, as I said, are centered over Friday night. 70%. We'll call for a 40% chance Friday evening and a very small chance, 20% chance Saturday morning. As for our forecast today, 71 at 3 o'clock. We'll top out at 72, down to 67 at 7 p.m. and 62 at 9 p.m. Close to perfect day. It has been a great stretch here, but things are starting to change. We'll take a look at the computer models that are just now coming up in just a few minutes. Guys.
All right, Justin, can't wait to see that. Thank you. San Antonio police looking for the driver in a deadly hit-and-run crash. Police say a man was hit while crossing Highway 90 near Loop 410 around 8:30 last night. Officers at the scene say the suspect did not stop, and they believe that person may have been driving a white pickup truck. The victim has not been identified.
You still have time to save someone's life. KSAT community wants to get everyone involved during the final day of National Blood Donor Month. If you want to schedule your first ever donation, or if this kind of thing is regular for you, please visit donatebloodtoday.com to schedule it.
UTSA getting some fresh eyes and fresh ears in the coaching ranks. The former NFL players coming to San Antonio to help out.
Welcome back. A heads up for parents. Enrollment in pre-K for SA for the 2024-25 school year opens tomorrow. Children must be 3 or 4 years old by September 1st, 2024 to be eligible to apply for the 2024-25 school year, which starts August 19th this year. Applications can be submitted online at prekforsa.com and are processed on a rolling basis. Limited seats are available across 4 education centers. The Pre-K for SA program includes free full-day pre-kindergarten for eligible 3 and 4-year-olds living in the city of San Antonio. Breakfast, lunch, and snacks are included, and free transportation is available to all students. An extended day learning program is also available for qualifying families until 6 p.m. For additional information, please contact the enrollment team at 210-206-7735 or Pre-K for SA enrollment at sanantonio.gov.
And even though it is time to Let's Rodeo San Antonio, we still have Fiesta on our minds as well. Happening today, the Fiesta Commission is going to officially unveil the 2024 Fiesta poster. It's always an exciting time. It's always fun to see the poster, and we'll learn who's going to be Miss Fiesta. All this taking place tonight from 6 to 8, and we're going to be live streaming the event on KSAT.com. So if you missed that, we'll have the details tonight on the Night Beat.
And
2024.
Yeah. This midweek forecast I'm excited for. It's nice.
It's been close to perfect. And listen, if we can fit some rain in and still have a good weekend and get all of our rodeo festivities in, we may just work this out pretty well. Of course, we're getting closer to rodeo, and we'll have more forecasts on that coming up. The aquifer is down 0.2 of a foot today at 645.7. We had gained so much after that last rain. Starting to drop off a little bit, but hopefully some rains on Friday will help to boost it back up. Molds are moderate at 520. Mountain cedar has dropped off, though. It's 70 and low. That 7-day forecast, we're going to take another look at it coming up.
Okay, now's the time for the excitement to build for the question of the day. However, there's even something more exciting, and it happened to Fiona's daughter yesterday at school. Ooh. Look at that. Who is that?
Why he was there, what he did for the kids, and of course how I happened to capture it,
And the cool thing is, they don't know who he is, that he's the big basketball star. He was just somebody really tall and was reading to him in French.
Look at that. I mean, he's pretty much to the ceiling.
That is so cool. So that leads us to our question today, your celebrity encounter. And do you have pictures of it? Do you have one besides that?
Well, that's the most, besides you every day, no. But so scan that QR code and let us know.
Okay. Ran into George Clooney and Luke Perry one time about 25 years ago, when the All-Star Game, David, was in town years and years and years ago. So, yeah.
We need proof.
They were very
we need
nice, very
pictures
gracious.
on that.
Tiffany, we were just, way big
I know.
around that time. Okay, all that and more when SA Live continues from Market Square at 1 o'clock.
Yep.
That's kind of an unfair question for somebody like me who's been in sports because, we're around
You see so many.
people all the time. So,
Justin, how about you?
yeah.
For me, I grew up idolizing David Robinson. So when I got to meet him here, I know a lot of people have met him in San Antonio, but that was for me a big one. And I would love, if someday if you guys will let me be an honorary sports guy, I would love to interview Wemby because for once I would actually get to look up at someone I'm interviewing.
There you go.
The other way around. So anyway.
That's why I loved Avery Johnson so much because I make him stand up because I was taller than Avery. But outside of that.
Oh, yeah, Avery was awesome.
Anyway, we could go on and on and on.
We could. I'd love to hear some of those answers, though.
That's great.
Okay, let's take another look outside. Beautiful, beautiful weather. We've got the thin cirrus clouds coming through this afternoon. This looks pretty similar to what we've seen the last couple of days. I mean, not much has changed. We're a little warmer today than we were yesterday. 65 at the airport, 70 in New Braunfels, 68 as you get over to Seguin, Bernie, and Kerrville in the mid-60s, and a little bit of a light south wind. But it is going to be a day in which most of us get into the 70s. Let's look at the water vapor, and this gives you a sort of good indication of what's going on. You see these clouds that are moving southwest to northeast. That's that high-level moisture we've been talking about last couple of days out of the Pacific. No rain with these clouds, but you're just going to see those thin cirrus clouds that will make for a beautiful sunrise, which we saw this morning, and another beautiful sunset this evening. There's also a little bit of a spin right here over Albuquerque. This is a little area of low pressure that'll swing to our north by tomorrow. It's going to throw some more clouds in our direction, but I don't think it brings us any rain. So we're not going to worry about that system. It's this one that's up across the Pacific Northwest. And man, this is a bowling ball of a system. This covers a lot of real estate. It is very strong, and it is producing a lot of rain and wind and snow up and down the West Coast. So Portland, Seattle, San Francisco, all the way down to LA. They'll feel the effects of this storm system, and we're going to feel some of this too as that storm system gets a little bit closer to us by Friday. We'll jump into that forecast here in just a second, but I want to let you know today we're up around 72. Beautiful weather. 68 Fair Oaks Ranch, 72 Castroville, 73 in Divine, mostly sunny across South Texas. Now let's look at that forecast. We see the clouds passing through basically overnight into tomorrow, a little bit more cloud cover as that weak storm system moves to our north, but still, as you notice, no rain. This is 5 o'clock tomorrow. But as we get into Friday, we start off with fog and clouds, maybe some drizzle. Friday, you'll feel the humidity a little bit more. And then let's fast forward to 5 o'clock Friday. We're going to start to see some storms developing out west. This is a time frame I want to watch because we'll have some heating of the day. The dynamics are there where we could see a couple strong storms for our friends out west. Del Rio, Eagle Pass, Uvalde, Carrizo springs up to Lakey. Hail would be the main threat, maybe some gusty winds. But these storms gather and then push their way east. This is around 10 o'clock Friday, shows some storms around San Antonio. I think we could see a couple strong storms here in town as well overnight. And this will continue through about 2 a.m., 3 a.m. before we start to see this push east. And by sunrise Saturday, a lot of us are already clearing out at this point. So it really is going to be an overnight thing. Could be a little bit loud Friday night. But hopefully by Saturday morning, I know we got a lot going on, the rain will have cleared out. Now, the Storm Prediction Center has put out an isolated risk for severe weather during this time frame. And basically, it covers a lot of ground here. Laredo, Corpus Christi, Eagle Pass, San Antonio, up to Fort Worth and Abilene. These are all areas that could see some strong storms Friday night into early Saturday morning. The bigger question is, how much rain are we going to see? Well, I think up to an inch is possible. You're going to see some bigger numbers, New Braunfels, Gonzales points east, and then Del Rio, Eagle Pass on the lower end of things, but we hope we get some rain out there as well. So we're going to get to add to our total a little bit more, which is fantastic. We're putting in a 70% chance of rain here, but it's just that window, Friday night, Saturday morning. Otherwise, the rest of the 7-day forecast is quiet. Now, the other thing we need to point out here is clearing, yes, Saturday, 72, but breezy. And then Sunday morning is going to be downright windy. 68 on Sunday, and we could see gusts 30 to 35 out of the northwest before those winds calm and we get some chilly mornings on Monday and Tuesday.
But today's still perfect to enjoy outside. My daughter started a rock collection in her backyard, so.
Oh, that's perfect.
Yeah.
And today we won't make David run outside and see if anyone's having lunch.
I'm not going out there.
Yeah, don't
You
do
go. Go now and see.
Yeah, I might.
While I'm doing sports.
Okay.
Thanks, Justin.
Checking our midweek high school hoops. Big time history made in Lytle with the Lytle Pirates last night. And would you be my neighbor? The most Mr. Rogers guy in the neighborhood. Coming up. It is Wednesday, so that means a good day to check in on some high school hoop action. The Lytle girls on the road to Dilley, a part of Pirates on the brink of school history last night. Off the steal in the first half, Lytle senior Calissa Sevier scores. That's just wide open. That's like practice right there. That's her 3,000th career point. A timeout called to commemorate that milestone for her. She's going to play in the San Antonio Sports All-Star basketball game on March 24th, so keep an eye out for that. Teammate Katara Whitfield dropped 18 points of her own. Pirates dominated 94-17, getting head coach Lori Wilson her 200th career win. That's a history-making night right there for Lytle.
It feels really good because not a lot of people can do it, but the fact that I was blessed to do it, so it was really good.
The last 4 years is when I've gotten my second 100. So I told those seniors about 15 games back how many I needed, and Calissa looked at me and she said, "We got you, coach." But for it to be on the same night, it's just so special. It's like the best ever for our community.
All right, so that victory now means Lytle stays unblemished in District 28 3A. The Pirates next face Hondo before closing out the regular season against Crystal City.
Football coverage brought to you by Davis Law Firm.
It's the offseason for the Houston Texans. One of the keys to their future success, consistency. Both offensive coordinator Bobby Slowick and quarterbacks coach Jared Johnson have been talked about for other positions across the NFL. But here's the good news. Slowick and Johnson are staying right where they are. They started with C.J. Stroud and head coach D'Amico Ryans. Both coaches had the opportunity to advance their careers, but they decided to stay on this ride that is going to just get better with Ryans and C.J. Stroud leading the way. It's been reported that Slowick signed a one-year deal with the Texans that includes a significant raise. The same was reported for Johnson. Good to see him sticking around. And speaking of getting a lot of attention, C.J. Stroud headed to the Pro Bowl. How about that after a rookie season? The former Ohio State quarterback is going to replace Super Bowl-bound Patrick Mahomes, and he becomes the 13th rookie in quarterback NFL history to be named to a Pro Bowl. Stroud just put together a historic season. He finished with the third most passing yards by a first-year quarterback. He also is a finalist for Offensive Rookie of the Year. He should get it. The NFL honors ceremony is coming up next week on February 8th. Hey, Jeff Traylor and UTSA coming off another great season with a bowl win. That means some positive season moves during the offseason. Traylor hired Galen Scott out of Louisiana football program, where he coached linebackers for 3 seasons. He's going to be part of the UTSA staff. He's going to be the Roadrunners defensive pass game coordinator and linebackers coach. Scott brings a decorated coaching resume to UTSA. He was an accomplished linebacker back in the day at Illinois State. And some good news out of the UFL. The San Antonio Brahmas signed kicker Donald DeLahaye. He's also known as Destroy. Donald is a YouTube sensation, 5.5 million subscribers. So no doubt this pick was great exposure for the Brahmas and the UFL as a whole. In college, he was a kicker and receiver for Central Florida. He also played a couple games in the CFL. He shared his emotions after signing with San Antonio.
And I still pinch myself when I wake up in the mornings because I'm so excited. I've played football for a lot of years, and I've always wanted to get back to the game, never had the right opportunity. But now, thank you to the UFL and the Brahmas, I'm able to get, one step closer to my dreams, man. I'm super excited for the season.
5.5 million followers. Woo. All right, Spurs need a win tonight. See if they can bounce back after that disappointing loss the other night against Washington. So they host the Orlando Magic tonight at 7 o'clock. And finally, when it comes to the most neighborly NFL star, it's no surprise as to who took the top spot in the recent survey. That would be Chiefs tight end Travis Kelce, or as some like to call him, Taylor Swift's boyfriend. A recent survey from Zillow found that Kelce was the most wanted next-door neighbor for women 18 to 34. His Chiefs teammate Patrick Mahomes was second place. Baltimore Ravens wide receiver Odell Beckham rounded out the top three. So there you go. Those are the three guys you want to live next door to.
These surveys.
So you know people are going to want to live next door to Kelce because then maybe Taylor Swift will show up.
Oh, okay.
You know, every now and then. So they,
you thought about this?
Yeah. Yeah. We think about that.
Yeah. All right. Then in that case, yeah.
You know us Swifties.
Now, new today at 5, being prepared before the power goes out is the motivation for most people to buy a generator, but it's only good planning if it starts when you need it. What you should know when it comes to maintaining your generator today at 5 after Entertainment Tonight. Welcome back. There's growing concern about child exploitation online. Today, the CEOs of major tech companies testifying to senators about whether enough is being done to protect kids and their mental health. ABC's Ike Ajachi with the heated moments between lawmakers and tech leaders.
Before a packed Senate Judiciary Committee room, the CEOs from big social media giants facing tough questions about online child exploitation.
Mr. Zuckerberg, you and the companies before us, I know you don't mean it to be so, but you have blood on your hands. You have a product. You have a product that's killing people.
The execs of X, formerly known as Twitter, Meta, TikTok, Snap, and Discord confronted on the addictiveness of social media and its impacts on children's mental health.
Their constant pursuit of engagement and profit over basic safety have all put our kids and grandkids at risk.
There's a new push for strict rules protecting kids online from child pornography, sex trafficking, and drug sales. The FBI says there were more than 13,000 reports of online sextortion of minors last year, where offenders threatened to release compromising material unless the victim pays them. So far, 13 states have passed their own child safety laws last year, giving parents more control. Just last week, Florida moving to ban social media for anyone under 16. The 5 companies all say they're taking steps to address issues surrounding illegal content. As for addictiveness, Meta's Mark Zuckerberg claiming social media makes people feel happier because they're more connected.
At the end of the day, we want everyone who uses our services to have safe and positive experiences.
Still, senators say the tech companies shouldn't be left to police themselves, pushing the CEOs to support the Kids Online Safety Act, a bill that would require harmful material be blocked from children's accounts. Mark Zuckerberg and the CEO of Snap testified willingly. Now, according to committee chair Dick Durbin, the 3 others had to be forced by subpoena to appear, and it took federal marshals to serve the Discord CEO with a subpoena to make him show up. Ike Ajachi, ABC News, Washington.
All right, we'll get the live cam in just a second, but we want to come out to traffic cam, and that is a problem on Frio. We thought that thing was fixed. What happened?
Well, yeah, it's been causing slowdowns all day. So they had some, what looks like, I guess, metal plates or something like that there across the road that they were working on a joint there in the freeway. RJ's been talking about this all morning. But it looks like now they're closing off that part to maybe pick some of that up. Not sure. We don't know the details, but we did want to show you TransGuide because it looks like now everyone's kind of being redirected around it, whereas earlier they were, passing over it. So that's the latest there. I do want to show you the map really quick as things are starting to kind of stack up downtown because of this. And this, by the way, is westbound I-10 here, or 35 and I-10. You can see the backup right there, west side of downtown, I should say. That'll probably continue for a while longer as they work on this. We're also seeing some slowdowns in the opposite lanes as well. So just be aware. This morning, 42 here in San Antonio, 34 Bernie Stage, 33 in Kerrville, and 45 Rock Springs, 35 Fredericksburg. It was a cold start, but we've rebounded quite nicely. 65 now in San Antonio, and much of the country is enjoying some great weather, at least for now. We've got 50s and 60s across the midsection of the country. Really, the only cold spot now is Caribou. 17, it's been one of the cold spots for a while, up there in Maine. But we're going to enjoy these 60s and 70s. A lot of spots in Texas will jump up into the 70s, including here in San Antonio, 72, our forecast high today, down into the upper 60s by 7 o'clock, and then down into the 50s by tonight. We will get more clouds the next few days with some changes in the overall weather pattern. Another look at that for you here in just a couple minutes.
Thank you, Justin. The House Homeland Security Committee voted today to advance their impeachment resolution against Department of Homeland Security Secretary Alejandro Mayorkas. The impeachment articles passed out of the committee along party lines. During yesterday's back and forth, House Republicans claiming that Mayorkas has committed high crimes and misdemeanors for the way he's been handling the southern border. House Democrats arguing that the evidence doesn't reach that high bar. Republicans ultimately ended the debate by blocking Democrats from introducing any amendments. The next step for the full House of Representatives is to vote on the impeachment articles.
President Biden says he has made up his mind on how to respond to a drone attack that killed and injured U.S. service members in Jordan, as he weighs punishing Iran-backed militias without triggering a wider war. The president did not elaborate on his decision, which came after consultations with top advisors, but said he does not want to expand the war in the Middle East. The White House also confirmed that Biden had spoken with the families of the service members killed and that he would attend the dignified transfer of their remains on Friday at Dover Air Force Base. U.S. bases have suffered more than 160 attacks in the region since Israel's war with Hamas erupted in October. Iran-backed fighters have also attacked several commercial ships in the Red Sea in support of Hamas.
FBI Director Christopher Wray expected to warn lawmakers about the threat of Chinese hackers. That is according to a copy of the remarks Wray is going to be delivering to the House Select Committee on Chinese Communist Party. He is set to tell lawmakers that hackers are preparing to target critical infrastructure, water treatment plants, electrical grids, gas pipelines, transportation systems. The Chinese government has previously denied allegations of hacking efforts. Wray's remarks come after we learned yesterday that Chinese leader Xi Jinping told President Joe Biden that China would not interfere in the 2024 U.S. presidential election.
The Food and Drug Administration is updating its oversight of cosmetic products. The FDA's authority to regulate cosmetics expanded late last year under the Modernization of Cosmetics Regulation Act, or MOCRA. Regulators now require manufacturers and distributors to submit reports of serious adverse events related to cosmetic products directly to the FDA and to do so within 15 business days. Before, reports were only voluntary. The FDA has a website instructing customers and healthcare professionals on how to report a cosmetic-related complaint via phone, online, or in the mail.
The United States dealing with an epidemic of sexually transmitted diseases. The Centers for Disease Control and Prevention says more than 2.5 million cases of chlamydia, gonorrhea, and syphilis were reported in the U.S. in 2022. Cases of gonorrhea dropped compared with a year earlier. The number of syphilis cases increased by 17% to its highest level in decades. The agency says it is looking for more innovative solutions to tackle the problem and come up with better prevention strategies. Public health experts want to target areas where cases are more prevalent.
A nightmare for teachers in Oklahoma. The Department of Education demanding they return up to $50,000 awarded to them by mistake. 9 teachers got the payment through a recruitment program for hard-to-fill teacher positions. The state now wants the full $50,000 back. Some state lawmakers outraged.
The state wants to go claw back that money. They will use the heavy hand and the full force of government to do that. And it's our job as legislators not to champion that, but to step in and say, whoa, this doesn't make sense.
Lawmakers from both parties insist this was the state's mistake, and they're threatening to take action unless those teachers get to keep the bonuses.
Colleges getting financial aid data from students later on this year. That's because the Department of Education revamped the free application for federal student aid last year. It had to be updated again earlier this month to include inflation data. That freed up an additional $1.8 billion in financial aid, but it also delayed processing. The Department of Education told colleges not to expect data until the first half of March. That's usually about when students are used to hearing a decision on their aid. It's likely that'll be delayed this year, but most schools still require students to commit to them first by May 1st. Products being pushed by influencers on social media, now taking hold in the United States. And lawmakers have their sights set on these nicotine pouches.
Welcome back. If you can't afford your rent, you're in good company. According to Harvard University, half of all renters in the U.S. are paying more in rent than they should. That's defined as rent using up more than 30% of your income.
All right, so here's some good news for you. Rent actually coming down in most of the country. The median asking rent just above $1,700, which is down $63 from its peak back in July of 2022. And that's going to vary from city to city, of course. But even in Manhattan, rents dropped for the first time in more than 2 years in November. Now to a warning about kids using the new nicotine substitute Zyn. The tobacco-free pouches meant for adults are getting attention on social media.
ABC's Eva Pilgrim has a story.
Calls to crack down on a social media craze, a product marketed as a tobacco-free alternative for getting that nicotine hit. Small nicotine pouches that dissolve in the mouth. Zyn, the Swedish brand of nicotine pouches popular in Europe, now taking hold in the United States with the help of so-called Zynfluencers on TikTok. The hashtag Zyn amassing more than 700 million views on the app and gaining the attention of Gen Z, some of whom are under the age of 18. The CDC reporting that sales of nicotine pouches have rapidly increased in recent years, with data from 2023 showing 1.7% of high schoolers reporting use in the past 30 days. Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer, who has led the charge against vapes and e-cigarettes being marketed to children, now setting his sights on nicotine pouches.
A simple search of social media for Zyn will generate an eye-popping amount of content. Most of you probably haven't heard of it, but your kids probably have.
And while these pouches contain a smaller amount of the highly addictive drug compared to traditional cigarettes, medical experts say it is too early to tell what the long-term health effects could be for kids, but add that individuals who are nicotine naive, especially young individuals, can be at risk for acute nicotine toxicity if consumed in high amounts, which may cause agitation, fast heart rate, and vomiting. Prolonged nicotine use can also increase the risk of cardiovascular and respiratory disorders.
If you take kids that are in their teenage years and you make them lifelong users 4 or 5 decades later, I don't know what the health consequences would be.
The parent company of Zyn, Philip Morris International, telling ABC News Zyn is designed for adults age 21 or older who are currently using nicotine products and wish to continue using nicotine. Our marketing practices, which prohibit the use of social media influencers, are focused on preventing underage access and set the benchmark for the industry.
Outside with live cam, beautiful day again. We're not quite to 70 yet, but we're headed that direction. Woo! Springtime.
Feels
Springtime.
Good. Nice.
Now, let me take you back to...
Wait, stop. Did you go out and check it? Was anybody out there eating?
Oh, I forgot.
Oh, man. Maybe run out there yesterday.
Sure, I'm sure there is. I say that every day and it hasn't been, but I'm sure there is today. Hey, let me take you back to 1949.
Woo!
We talked about this earlier this morning. Got down to 0 here in San Antonio. Meanwhile, we're sitting near 70 right now. That was a snow-filled, cold night, cold morning back in 1949. The record high is 85, so it shows you the difference so we can see this time of year. More warmth is on the way for us. We'll look at that forecast coming up.
By the way, just a reminder, Justin was talking about when we reached 0,
yes,
and it was snowing in 1949. He's got a great story about it with some pictures, too, of that snow.
And you posted it on social media.
Yeah.
Yes, it's on my social media page, my Facebook page and my Instagram and X or Twitter, whatever you want to call it. It's there.
And it's been up there you've already gotten a couple of comments on it?
Yeah, I interestingly have talked to a couple of people that have been through it. They remember it.
Nice.
What it was like and seeing that snow on the ground and how cold it got. Just wild. We can get that cold here in San Antonio. Thankfully, nothing like that in the forecast. All we've got are beautiful sunrises and sunsets. Look at this on KSAT Connect. This is out of Leesville, and that's over there around Nixon. You can see just the beautiful, beautiful sunrise where you get those oranges. The cirrus clouds help. I think we're going to see another night where we'll get a pretty good sunset. Let's look at the time lapse. You can kind of see it there in the corner. There was a sunrise. Happens quick. But now we're looking at great weather today as we head into the afternoon. We still got some of those high clouds streaming through the sky. It's kind of hard to see there, but they're there. In the sunset scale tonight, I'm going to put it back in the gray category. Temperatures in the 60s. Best viewing time between 6 and 6:40 tonight. Here's why. We talked about those high-level clouds always giving us some good color, and we're seeing quite a bit more of those now today. As a little storm system off to our west gets a little bit closer, it's increasing our high-level cloudiness. And it's also producing a little bit of rain. Now, a lot of this is not reaching the ground, but there's a little swirl right there around Albuquerque, and that's why we're seeing the increase in clouds. I don't anticipate this bringing us any rain, but it will continue to throw those clouds in our direction later today and into tomorrow. The bigger storm system that we're waiting on is on the west coast, and it has been raining all day long from Portland to San Francisco to Seattle. This is heavy, heavy rain, very strong winds. This is ahead of a storm system that'll be making its way down into Texas. Now, won't have the same kind of effects here, but we will get the chance for some showers and storms. So let me walk you through the forecast here time-wise. This is 5 o'clock today, just some clouds. That'll be the case tomorrow morning. And then as we get into the afternoon, a few clouds here and there. We'll call it partly to mostly cloudy tomorrow. Friday, different day because humidity is pouring in here. We're going to start off with some fog and cloud cover, maybe some drizzle. And then by the afternoon, we start to watch for some showers and storms developing out west. So that storm system's starting to have influence at this point. And then by the overnight period, between, say, 8, 10, midnight, this is when we could see some storms around San Antonio, some of which could be strong. Hail, gusty winds would be the main threat. So that's what we're going to be watching for. I don't think it's going to be widespread severe weather, but there is enough lift, I think, to get us some good-looking storms on the radar. This is 2 a.m., still showing some storms around, and then by 7 a.m., these are pushing east and away from us. So if you have plans Friday night, this is something you do want to watch, and we'll continue to keep you posted on the KSAT weather app. Of course, the cattle drive Saturday morning, I think the rain is moving out of here by that point, and the skies are even clearing. The risk for severe weather, right now the Storm Prediction Center has a rather large area that it's highlighting for that risk. It's low end. On a scale of 1 to 5, it's a 1. So again, it's not super widespread, but it is something we need to watch. And San Antonio is kind of right in the middle, in the thick of where we could see some of that weather. Rainfall potential up to an inch here in San Antonio. That would be great. We'll add to our already good total for the year. You got bigger numbers off to the east, as we often see, 1 to 2 inches for some of our eastern counties, places like Gonzales and Howattsville. And then as you go west, it's going to be lower, down to 1/4 inch, potentially. You go past Del Rio over to Uvalde. Outside right now, 65, partly cloudy skies, dew point is at 42. Your forecasted day, 72 this afternoon, close to perfect. 67 at 7 p.m. and down into the 50s tonight. Extended forecast. We'll go 69 tomorrow. A little bit more cloud cover will keep temperatures down some. 72 Friday, 70% chance rain Friday night into Saturday. A windy weekend, especially on Sunday, 68 on Sunday, and then nice weather to start next week. We'll be right back.
Welcome back.
I just want to get a picture with Mike and Fiona together. That would be my star picture. My.
I think that's possible.
Whatever. Can I do that?
Hey, David, tomorrow morning you come down to the office and we're doing our meeting. We can get a picture. But a lot of folks look at the gentleman these guys met.
Yes, Wemby walked into one local French classroom, completely surprising the kids. We're going to tell you why he was there, what he did for the kids, and why I was there as well, how I happened to catch it. So we want you to scan that QR code and share those celebrity encounters that you may have had.
And just seeing him with him, you can tell he genuinely just loved that and loves little kids. So we want to know your celebrity encounter. Scan that QR code and let us know. All right, we all love our sweets.
Yes, and joining us right now is Jane Jones, author and blogger.
Yes,
All
no
right.
sugar baker.
Cut out the sugar, but then it's like, well, it doesn't taste that good.
No, this tastes fantastic.
fantastic, and I'm going to prove it to you today.
Okay.
Completely sugar-free baking for Valentine's Day. So you can say like, hey, sugar, without the sugar.
Oh, and it's an artificial sweetener, but it's not artificial because
It's all natural.
Because it's something you have had. You probably never had the sweetener.
Don't
but
ask us to spell it. It's
you
a long word.
Made
Right.
from. Okay. All right. And of course, Rodeo is right around the corner, and we got a couple of ropers here, and they are going to be teaching us a few things. And one of them is actually a little bit of a celebrity, and it's all coming up for this weekend. Kids, get out your ropes. That gentleman's going to teach you how to rope a steer.
All right. All that and more when SA Live continues from Market Square in just a few.